Imagine a place so remote that even Google Maps might hesitate to find it. Welcome to Yonaguni, Japan's westernmost inhabited island and the final frontier before you're swimming to Taiwan. The westernmost point of Yonaguni Island is also the westernmost point of Japan. There's loads more if you go east, but west? Nah, mate, Japan ends here. Yonaguni is also the kind of place that makes you wonder if the Bermuda Triangle has a secret Japanese cousin. The answer is yes, it does, and this is where it stays. Nestled in the crystal-clear waters of the East China Sea, Yonaguni is the introverted sibling of Okinawa, preferring quiet evenings with a good book over the hustle and bustle of tourist hotspots and rowdy drunk American soldiers. But don't let its serenity fool you. This island is packed with mystery. Early human migration to Yonaguni is still up for debate, but in 2019, some researchers from Taiwan and Japan used the Kuroshio Current and successfully made the two-day journey from Taiwan to Yonaguni. And they did it using dugout canoes based on technology from 30,000 years ago, proving that if we can do it using ancient technologies, then our ancestors could too. And I don't know about you, but to me, stuff like that is absolutely mind-bending. Imagine sitting in a dugout canoe in the Pacific Ocean for 2 days just to see if Uncle Glog was able to do it too. Better hope he could, huh? Honestly, I should end the video here because I'm awestruck already. I won't though, because there's more. First things first, Yonaguni Island is a nature lover's paradise. Imagine lush greenery, dramatic coastlines, and the kind of sunsets that make you rethink your entire Instagram strategy. The island is small, with a population hovering around 1,500 people who might just be the chillest folks you'll ever meet. Their life motto seems to be, why rush? This island isn't going anywhere. The island's diverse wildlife includes Yonaguni horses, small but sturdy animals that roam freely. These horses are practically the locals' pets, often seen lounging around like they own the place. If you ever visit, don't be surprised to find one of these horses casually crossing the street as if it has an important meeting on the other side. They are tiny, these ones, like 3 inches or something. The island is also home to the Yonaguni distillery, which produces a local spirit called Yonaguni Awamori. This potent 120 proof drink is the island's answer to getting wasted, because it's not like there's anywhere to go. This is the stiff drink you have after a long day of contemplating ancient underwater civilizations. In fact, it is firmly believed that every time Graham Hancock visits the island, he gets tanked up on the local Awamori, leading his vision to go wonky and start seeing pyramids everywhere. And that's a true story. 120 proof alcohol is mental though. Strongest I've ever had was 100 proof Irish poaching, and after 3 shots I was pissing into my neighbor's bathtub. That's also a true story. Life on Yonaguni is steeped in tradition, with festivals and customs that date back centuries. One of the island's unique practices is the celebration of New Year's with a traditional tug-of-war event. The entire island comes together, all 1,500 of them, grabs a massive rope and starts pulling with all their might. It's an epic game of tug-of-war that could possibly decide the fate of the universe, or at least who buys the next round. In Japanese tradition, Yonaguni is also the birthplace of the legendary female leader, Sanai Isoba, who was said to have superhuman powers that meant she could protect the island and its inhabitants from outside attacks. Annual rituals are still held here to remember this magical queen. Japanese literature during the Edo period also often mentioned Yonaguni as an island of only women, where no men could be born, and if any man was lucky enough to wash ashore here, could be guaranteed of a bloody good time by the horny as shit inhabitants. Unfortunately, though, the authors of this Edo period were very wrong, and none of this is true. Another quirky tradition is the island's emphasis on longevity. Yonaguni boasts a significant number of centenarians, which locals attribute to their healthy diet, active lifestyle, and presumably the calming effect of living on an island where time moves at its own pace. If you're looking for the secret to a long life, you might want to start by asking a Yonaguni elder. Just be prepared to hear a lot about fish, vegetables, and not stressing over the small stuff. Right, now, let's just take a little moment. Stop right here. Tell you how I became the hoe of a company called Hire. They are the sponsor for this video, and they want you to know that they are the world's best at customizing your own brand goods, and that also I am a hoe. You send them one little order and they'll say, stop right there. Let us send you this for just 38 quid, including airfare. They customize everything you can think of, literally everything. Last week I made my own merch and a pack of king-size skins, that's all. The sponsor ends here. Now I got to get that Fresh Prince song out of my head before I continue. It's not fair. Where were we? Ah yes, Yonaguni. In recent years, Yonaguni has become a magnet for tourists seeking both adventure and tranquility. Visitors can explore ancient ruins, dive into mysterious waters, and hike across the island's stunning landscapes. The local cuisine, featuring fresh seafood and traditional dishes, is enough to make any food lover swoon. And let's not forget the Yonaguni butterflies, which swarm the island in colorful clouds during the spring, adding a touch of magic to this already enchanting place. Yonaguni Island is a place where ancient mysteries and modern-day tranquility coexist. It's an island that invites you to slow down, take a deep breath, and maybe, just maybe, believe in crazy, mental, impossible shit. Whether you're diving into the depths of the Yonaguni Monument or simply enjoying a quiet sunset with a glass of awamori in hand, this island promises an experience unlike any other. Jesus Christ, rereading this script to myself as I go, you'd half think I was being paid to write a tourist's travel blog. I'm not though, and I need to calm the shit down. But forget all of that. I very deliberately saved the best bit till last. It was not a mistake. I have things I call plans. Here's the real head-scratcher, the Yonaguni Monument. This underwater rock formation, discovered in 1986 by a local diver, has sparked more debates than pineapple on pizza. The monument is located just off the southern coast of Yonaguni, at a depth of around 25 meters. Imagine one day you're just out for a wee dive in the serene waters, minding your own business, when you come across what looks like an ancient underwater city. Your first thought? Atlantis? Is that you? The monument features massive, flat, layered rocks with sharp edges and right angles, resembling terraces and staircases. It's as if a group of ancient architects got tipsy and decided to build something underwater just to mess with future generations. And if that was their plan, then it worked. Or perhaps it was built thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, when the waters were lower and giants still roamed the earth. How will we ever know? The mystery of the Yonaguni Monument lies in whether it's man-made or a natural formation. Some researchers believe it was a prehistoric city that sank due to tectonic activity, while others argue it's just a unique natural rock formation shaped by ocean currents. And then there are the conspiracy theorists who swear it's proof of ancient aliens. You can almost hear them saying, "E.T., phone home," and bring scuba gear. Diving around Yonaguni is a must for adventurers. The island is famous for its strong currents, which might just give you an impromptu water roller coaster ride. Besides the monument, divers can explore underwater caves, coral reefs, and vibrant marine life. If you're lucky, you might even encounter the elusive hammerhead sharks that migrate through the area from January to March. These sharks are the island's VIP guests, fierce, rare, and always drawing a crowd. A bit like Joe Rogan, except the sharks probably believe less stupid, dumb, stupid shit. And look, until now, I've tried to be subjective, tried not to pick a side in this debate, but for fuck's sake, people, just look at it. Look, I get how back in the ancient times, before we had proper educations and science and schools, I get how people might look at something like this and go, "Oh my God, humans did this," or even worse, "God." But no, look, sometimes nature just makes straight lines and weird angles. It does. Look at this. Ever seen this before? It's the Giant's Causeway, north coast of Ireland. Long ago, humans who had no concept of the scientific method looked at this and thought humans made this. They were wrong though. This is nature, and sometimes it makes straight lines. Yonaguni Island, like much of this part of this world, lies in an earthquake-prone region. And such earthquakes do indeed tend to fracture certain rocks, such as the sandstone at Yonaguni, in a regular manner. Or how about this? This lovely human is pyrite. It forms in many different shapes, but most importantly here, it sometimes also forms in these cube shapes. This cubic pyrite is natural. Humans did not put this here, and yes, I know it looks like something you'd expect to find in a spaceship on your favorite B-movie sci-fi, but this wasn't made by aliens either. It was made by nature. Do you see how beautiful this is? Nature does indeed make straight lines. Honestly, holy shit. Look at this. Honestly, if you were to dig this up, find it underground, you probably wonder who put it there. That's definitely what I would have asked. But the answer is no one. No one put it there. These cubes grow naturally. They are truly awe-inspiringly gorgeous. Douglas Adams put it better than I ever could. Isn't it enough to see that a garden is beautiful without having to believe that there are fairies at the bottom of it too? Or how about this? This is Sananundai and Gunkan Iwa Rock. This is also located at Yonaguni Island, barely a stone's throw from the Yonaguni Monument, if you could throw stones that far underwater, that is. The difference being that these are above water, and so is easier to see that there are no humans at work here. These are also step-like formations, just like those underwater, also flat platform tops with right angles and straight drops. Do you think Hancock knows about these? I'd wager that he does. I'd also wager it's not a mistake he keeps forgetting to mention them, though. These are not drainage channels. When above water, you can see this is what an earthquake can and does do to sandstone. No ancient cities here, just ancient beliefs. And maybe an eyesight thrown off by some waves and 120 proof alcohol. So, look, for the sake of doing something more interesting, I have indeed included the Yonaguni Monument in this map. I've reimagined it above water, let's just say something like 12,000 years ago, as Mr. Hancock might say. And I did that because I thought it would be cool. But do not for 1 second think this is an accurate representation of the real monument. This is an actual plan of the monument. But what I did was I took artistic license and stretched it so far someone's going to have to give it a new name. Does it look man-made? Well, yeah, my new one above water does, because it was man-made. And the man was me, I remember, because I made it, and I am a man. So it is man-made. And that's all there is to say about that. But the real one, this one, I don't think so, but I guess what you think. Well, that's up to you. I just prefer to think like Mr. Douglas Adams. I see the garden is beautiful. I do not see any fairies. And so that is Yonaguni, a magical wee island in the Pacific Ocean that combines Japanese culture, Taiwanese wind, natural beauty, shit-faced rope pullers, and some crazy madmen that don't realize nature can also make straight lines and right angles when it feels like it. Or, you know, ancient underwater cities that only look like cities because they're underwater. And you wouldn't look twice if above land. Yonaguni is the kind of place that makes you appreciate the wonders of our world. One mistaken Joe Rogan podcast at a time. And what is this all anyway? Well, as per every other time, this is also a custom map made for the game, Cities Skylines 2, because that's what I do. Why? Because I want to. That's why! You can follow the link in the description below if you want to download and build your city here to find out what Yonaguni looks like when turned into a concrete hellhole. Before we get into the map info, I'm reminded by my wife that if you don't like and subscribe, then she will hit me so hard my head looks like a Yonaguni rock, all cube-shaped and mysterious and stuff, so please help. Yes, even more cube-shaped than it already is. And now, for the map information, wait no longer. Climate 10 to 31 degrees Celsius. Buildable area 40%. Outside connections, road, rail, shipping, air, power, natural resources. Wheat 274 square kilometers, forest 289 kilotons, ore 374 kilotons, oil 358 kilotons. Terrain flat around the edges with medium hills in the center. And that's it, beautiful souls of YouTube. This has been a map and this has been Yonaguni. I hope you've learned something. I know I did. If you didn't, then I have failed, but I won't apologize. Come back next time anyway. It makes me very, very, very happy. Peace, love, and Yonaguni. Arigato. Sayonara. Thanks. And good. Bye.